Hi, so for the project what I did is I built up a Bitcoin node dashboard, so which will act as a comprehensive dashboard for managing and exploring the Bitcoin core node. So for this I used Django as a backend and front end both, and I have used the Bitcoin RPC library to connect with the local Bitcoin node. So currently the Bitcoin node it's in reg test mode. So let's see what I have done. So for the first part, what we can do is we can check the node health monitor. So basically it gives us the node status, whether the node is online or not, the uptime of the node, the version of the node, the connections. That basically means how many connections are there in peer-to-peer connections. So currently, as it is in local node or reg test modes, so it has 0. And then the blocks in status, so as I told, this is in reg test mode, so the network and the number of blocks, number of headers, and the sync progress, the blocks in size, and whether the blockchain is pruned or not. And then we also have the mempool status, the pending transactions, mempool size, memory uses, and max size. So whenever we refresh it, the whole part gets refreshed. The other part is the wallet. So in case of wallet, so as you can see here, the total balance here, so it is the balance of all of the individual wallets. So I created all of these wallets for testing purposes, and so as you can see the total balance is here. So we can also create a new wallet. So let's just try to create a new wallet here. So it keeps a pop-up to create a new wallet. So for the testing purpose, let us call it as test wallet, and let's create that. I don't know why, but sometimes it's the server get mixed up and it doesn't create anything. But anyways, so it got created right here. So as you can see the test wallet, so it has currently 0 Bitcoin because no transaction has been performed here. And then we have the option to fund the test wallet, the view the UTXOs. So currently there is no UTXOs. And then view the address of the wallet. So we have no address right now. So we have the option to generate an address here. So we can just generate it, and we will get the address of that wallet. And then we can also see the transactions. So currently there are no transactions in this wallet. So, and the option here for the fund is basically it generates 101 blocks to this wallet. So let's just try to fund our wallet. So let's just do it again. So we can see mine 100 blocks to wallet test wallet. So after we have mined, let's see the transactions, and as you can see we have created a lot of transactions to generate 101 blocks. We can also see the UTXOs, the confirmations. Let us try to check the mempool here, and so the next step what we can do here is we can send Bitcoin from one wallet to the new wallet. So currently the balance of this test wallet is 0.04. So let's now just try to send the balance from this test wallet to our new test underscore wallet. So to do that, first we need the address of this test wallet. So to do that, either we could get the address from here, or we could just click here the receive Bitcoin, and then we could just select the test wallet. So it will give us the Bitcoin address, also the QR code of the address, or it also gives you to generate a new address. So for now we will just copy this address, and then we will go to the send Bitcoin, and we want to send the Bitcoin from this test wallet. So we will just check this test wallet, and then it will paste the recipient address and then amount of Bitcoin we want to send. And we could also say the label, this is test, this is test, and maybe we can subtract the fee from amount, or maybe we just not check it, and we will just send the transaction. So as you can see, the transaction has been sent successfully, and internally it verifies the transactions, it signs the transaction, all of the process which are needed to successfully send the Bitcoin from one wallet to another wallet. So we'll just close it and then refresh it. So as you can see, the balance here has not changed. That's because we need confirmation before the balance can be seen here. So let's just see the transaction here. So as we can see, we have received, but we have the confirmation of 0. And let's just take the main pool here. So in the main pool we see there is one transaction which is pending. So what we will do is we can just generate more balance to some other wallets which will just give us confirmation, or we will just like mine blocks. So I have added an options, so I will just mine one block in any of the wallet, and that should increase the balance of our Bitcoin. So as you can see, the balance has been increased, and then the transaction is done and the confirmation is 1. And we can also see in main pool the transaction has been already successful, so that's why it is removed from the main pool. So this is all about the wallet here. And as you can see, there's a transaction. We can also see the UTXOs here. Yeah, that's all about this wallet. Or yes, we could also just directly fund the wallet. I guess we already did that, but still. So the next what we can do is, so we have this explorer. So it just gives you a blockchain visualization. So as you can see, the number of blocks here is 1743, which also should match with the block here. And then either we can shoot 10 blocks, or we have the option of seeing 20 blocks, or maybe 1000 blocks. But it messes up with my RAM, so I'll just do it for 10 blocks. And whenever we click these, we just get the information of all of these. So let's just see the last block, because we have the transaction there, and then we have transaction, we did the transaction there. Or either we can see it from this blockchain, or we could just copy this hash, or maybe paste it here, and then we can see the same thing. So let's just try to see the transaction of the transaction where we sent the Bitcoin. So let's just take this transaction. So the transaction ID here is this one, and then let's just copy it and try to paste it in this Explorer and see what it shows. So basically this Explorer, it keeps, we can keep the block hash or the block height or the transaction ID, and it will give us the information here. So we can see this all of the transaction information here. So this is all about the block Explorer, and then yeah, it was about the main pool. We could also see the transaction details right here. So it gives us the raw transactions. So yeah, so I tried to build this because like whenever in the first lab when we tried to do this by the command line, it was really hard to understand it. But I guess whenever we use this web dashboard, it would be easier for us to understand it without knowing it just makes an abstract layer, so that it's easier for us to explore our node and stuff. So I wanted to do more stuffs here, but I didn't get time. But I guess for this project, that's all. Yeah, thank you.